Hi. So I am super excited about circling energy. I have found something. I want to say, Eureka, I found it. And also say, maybe it's not for everybody. I get caught up in these tools that when I find something like, oh, it can help everyone since it helped me so much and is still helping me. And it's a way of being that is integrated into my life, but it's also this practice that has allowed for so much change that I have strived for in the last 30 years with very little long-term success. Um, I have done several Vipassana 10-day silent meditations. I have done certified in neuro-linguistic programming, hypnosis, intuitive massage. I was getting my master's in marriage and family counseling, and didn't complete that out of philosophical reasons. Landmark education, there's a long list. Ayahuasca, just feels like a lifetime of seeking and reading every book and asking Eckhart Tolle, how do I remain equanimous in the face of such atrocities? How do I not react to, as Oprah had to help me in the question on the talk, the book club of Eckhart Tolle's. And it was all philosophical. It was all a philosophical answer. It was all like, this is how it works mentally. Like Eckhart Tolle is there. He is in the presence and he's sharing from there to be present. And in that presence, you aren't angry about issues that you're passionate about, where you see injustices and innocence not being protected, lives being lost. And then it goes bigger into like a collective grief we're experiencing, those of us who can still feel into this. So years of seeking, and here I am with a new tool that is keeping me alive, because I can still feel the pain of the things that I think are unjust and sad, and I long to change them. And also can hold the beauty of life itself, of what is here. And that's how I'm surviving now. Um, so that's to answer why or how. That's like the results of this practice have been that. So this section would be like somehow talking about results. What's so unique about circling energy is it's not as concrete as, say, an anger management class, or even some of the practices that are very similar to circling energy that have structure. And what has drawn me into circling, where I found it through the Circle Anywhere which was originally part of Circling Europe, which are all changing names now, or I don't know. But I found the least amount of structure. I love how it was described to me in the beginning as the Wild West of this new technology of basically rewiring your brain. So it's a way to rewire your brain without actually attempting the rewiring. It's getting very esoteric or psychedelic in my brain. Like the wiring in your brain is fluid, but it becomes so ingrained in certain ways that it becomes very solid. And it, like in my mind, it's like actual wires, and you're watching the movie and they're trying to rewire it so the bomb doesn't go off and the clock is ticking, and you're wondering, is the clock the same clock time as the actual movie time? And then you're like out of the movie doing meta, like how did they make the movie? But then you go back in and you got to make sure you cut the right wires or you're going to blow. It can feel like that. It can feel like if you cut the wrong wire, you might explode. Because they're so a part of us, but they're really actually fluid. If you can get into a space of fluidity, and you can't get there if you're trying to cut the wires. You can't get there if you think you need to be fixed. It's all these oxymorons and contradictions and koans that all fit into circling energy. Like, we don't try to do anything, but I let you change me. Which is one of the main foundations we're working on. And so if I start there and go into a deep dive into letting you change me, I'm coming from this place of, I don't know everything. A little bit porous. And it's sometimes for me, I go to the extreme of I don't know anything to get to I don't know everything.